Yes, I'm in a crossroads. It feels that way, at least in terms of.
Always, 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 always. Accept it and like it.
So I was planning to retire this year and start do my business,
Yeah.
my own adventure. And,
Yeah.
things haven't settled the way I wanted them to settle.
Yeah. You'll feel the shift like you just felt that shift. You'll feel the shift. And here's the thing that we really want to say to you. If you feel uneasy about making the move, don't make it. Because the uneasy feeling that you're feeling means the energy is not lined up. So while you'd be all right, it would be bumpier than it needs to be. Want to calibrate it?
Yes. I'm trying to, I'm having a little bit of difficulty visualizing an outcome and kind of calibrate
well, you
to
see,
that.
But those are such important words that you just spoke, because this is the thing that we've been wanting to explain to all of you all day long, and you sort of missed the point. That question is an indicator that you sort of missed the point. You're wanting to visualize it, and since you can't, and we're saying you're getting out ahead of yourself. What you want to do is calibrate to good feelings. Just now, did you see us? We didn't do a workbook on the perfection of your disrespectful son. We didn't try to make him behave better with words and imagination than he is behaving. We just left that aside because that's what it is right now. And we calibrated to the core of who you are. And this is the same thing. You don't have to visualize that into being. And you know why we know that so certainly? Because everything that you've lived that you knew that you didn't like about working for other people or about previous things caused you to calibrate something that is so fantastic. There is something so magnificent all queued up for you in the gestation phase in your vortex, and you don't have to see it. You just have to know that it's there. You don't have to describe it. You just have to know how the laws of the universe work. You don't have to see it right now. You just have to know you're going to see it. You don't have to know exactly where you're going to go. You just have to know that you're going to be called to it. You don't have to know exactly when. You just have to know that it's unfolding in that general sense. And as you allow yourself to feel those things, then you'll rendezvous with an idea. Not an action, not somebody bankrolling you right now. You'll rendezvous with an idea, and the idea will feel intoxicating to you. It will feel exhilarating to you, and you'll know, oh, my vibration was high enough that I rendezvoused with my inner being who's in my vortex, and I got a very clear glimpse of how this might unfold, you see. That's how it works. You all keep thinking, we love you so much, but you all keep thinking, if you could just see where you're going precisely, or somebody would just tell you where to go, what numbers to play on the lotto, if you could just have more direct guidance, then you'd be happy. And we want you to understand that the happiest is to have something in your vortex that is calling you toward it, and you allowing yourself to go, so that you get to experience the thrill of the new idea popping into your mind. So you get to experience the evolution of your ideas, because it's what's turning. It's the momentum of moving forward that is the thrill of life, not the getting there. You think that you want to desire something and then just go directly there. It's not the destination that thrills you. It's the journey to the destination. And you've heard those words so many times that they feel meaningless to you, but it really is how it is. So life shows you something you don't like, and sometimes without even knowing it, you've launched this rocket of desire, and it happens often. So you've created this wonderful vortex about your business and about how you are in the world and about the enormous abundance that will come to you with a big idea. And so it's over there, and it's percolating along, and the law of attraction is gathering all of the cooperative components, and you are living your life, doing your best to feel as good as you can feel as you're moving along. But you're doing something different now. You've decided to get out ahead of it. Rather than wait for something to happen, instead of waiting for the world to flip you off in some way, and then you having a knee-jerk reaction to it, you're out ahead of it. You're meditating and you're segment intending. Segment intending meaning, let's talk about this. This is a powerful tool. Segment intending means I'm standing in this segment right now, but there's another segment before me. Now, let's see, what's the segment that's following this one? You're going to get into your transportation and you're going to go somewhere. That's the next segment. segment intending might sound like I'm going to desire safe travel, and I'm going to desire no traffic, and I'm going to desire nice conversation with whoever I'm with while I'm traveling. And all of those intentions are nice. But what we mean by getting out ahead of it is, we mean right now, by calibrating to source, as you were just doing with us. Now, in this segment, you're out ahead of that segment because you calibrated in this segment. And now you're taking this calibrated being, you're taking this calibrated point of attraction out into the world, into this next segment. And now the world has to respond to that calibration because it's attraction, 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 attraction. Did you get that? You use this moment to do the best you can do at calibrating to the most that you are. That's what we mean by getting out ahead of it. And then when you step into the next segment, it must conform to you. Bulletin, it always is. It always is. But if you're doing it on purpose, then you are really out ahead of it. Most people aren't out ahead of anything. They just blunder into the next segment and have a sort of similar experience that they had in the last segment. And you see people that are having a good time, segment to segment and segment, and those that life's just beating them up. Helpful?
Yes, very helpful. One last question, one more question, if I may. When I was about maybe 20 years back, I met these spiritual beings that doing some healings, and it was a really powerful experience. But I'm trying to, now that I'm older, I'm trying to understand what that experience was about. And
what it was they owned the room. They tuned in, they knew it was their point of attraction. Their point of attraction was so strong that anyone's doubt or concern about it, if you were on the cusp of wanting to believe, if you had a strong desire and you were wanting to believe, then you allowed it. Does that make sense to you?
In terms of my connection to those beings, I guess I'm trying to understand that. I mean, they were really powerful, but I mean, they had names, and somebody was channeling as well.
Right.
I guess in some ways, I feel like at some point I want to have a conversation with them.
Yeah, well then do it. There are two things that we want to say in a strong point of clarity with you. Anyone who is affecting healing is not asserting the healing. They are allowing the healing. And through their belief in the healing, they're influencing the one who is healed to that same belief, and that's why it happens. Because there's no assertion in all of the universe. And that's a common thing that is misunderstood. It is the reason we were eager for this question in the context of what we've been talking about here. Because the common belief from humans is if you can find a healer who'll hook in and then they'll zap us with that healing power, then we'll be healed. And that's not ever how it works. What they do is influence you to the allowing of, through your expectation, the well-being that you desire. You can reach for them. Okay. Yeah, really good. Really good. Yeah. Right.
I'm a little embarrassed to ask this question. How will Abraham come to us once Esther makes her transition? We love you so much. We want you here.
It'll be all gone, and you won't know anything, and you'll lose your way, and you won't remember anything you've ever learned, and you won't have shown yourself how to calibrate, and your life will all suck. Yeah. You know that isn't true. You're all doing this. Everyone is an extension of source energy. Everyone has an inner being. All we're doing here is having conversations that make it easier for you to acknowledge that you have it too. We don't present ourselves in this way because we want you to follow us. We present ourselves in this way because we want you to know that you too have source energy flowing through you. And all you have to do is know it and allow it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I completely believe that, but the conversations with you and
but what you're doing here,
okay,
this is really good. What you're doing is you're focused upon the manifestation. You're focused on the see it, hear it, smell it, taste, and touch it.
I am.
So if Esther were not here, if Esther were not here, you would have to calibrate to your vortex version of it. That's a good thing. the strong words that we've been saying is, don't calibrate to humans. They'll let you down. Don't use humans as your calibration beam of light. Calibrate to your source energy. It's dependable. Nothing else is.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so very much.
Really good. Really good.